What's good? What's good, guys? Welcome, everyone. I get started there in a few minutes. How's it going, Sahil? What's up, Milan? Hopefully everyone's having a good day today, guys. Okay, guys, we get started there in like 2 minutes. I'm gonna run through things quickly today. Not gonna take too much time. But yeah, just wanna share this link as well. How's it going, Justin? Okay, guys, welcome everyone. I'm gonna get started now. So yeah, I'm gonna start off, guys, with DXY. So with the DXY this week, I believe that we can start expecting bullish momentum to start coming into the market. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the daily. Not gonna waste time taking a look at the weekly and the monthly, even though next week is gonna be our new monthly candle print, or the week after, I believe, because we are nearing the end of the month. But from the daily perspective, as you guys can see, we have made a higher high. Okay, so market structure wise, we have a low, made a higher high, we pulled back. Okay, and we just about made another high right here. Okay, and now we came down, we broke the structure, so now we were looking for kind of sells here. You see this candle right here, this reacted from this kind of daily demand right here. So you have this institutional candle that I believe price will start moving off of from here. So I do think that price is now ready to make another leg to the upside and start filling in price and imbalances that we have right here. Okay, so my overall target would be up here. Okay, so if we drop down to like a lower time frame perspective, as we start reaching this demand zone right here, okay, we're starting to consolidate. Okay, so we're basically making some sort of accumulation phase right here. Okay, so without even knowing the events, it's very, very easy to identify a consolidation, an accumulation. It's just a consolidating, okay, price consolidating, and you need it around some sort of point of interest on the higher time frame, and it's waiting for price to eventually accumulate orders and start to buy up. Okay, and the two main things you're looking for in an accumulation is breaks of structure, and you're looking for liquidity purges, grabs, clearances, runs on money, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. Okay, so what we have right here, of course, is two main areas of liquidity in this whole consolidation: this low and this double bottom, and then we also have liquidity to the upside. So when we have some sort of consolidation like this, we look for something called CMT, consolidation manipulation trend. So we want to consolidate, you want to accumulate orders on sell side liquidity, buy side liquidity, and then we want to make a run on the sell side liquidity right here. Okay, so I want to make a run on the liquidity to the bottom right here, and I want to tap into this IC. So we have a 2-hour IC and a beautiful IC right here, because we got the liquidity clearance from the little wicks that we have on the lower time frames. We have an imbalance, so the big bullish engulfing candle made an imbalance. So right here we also have that imbalance that I would like to get filled in on the lower time frame and on the 2-hour right here. So I believe that this would be a nice IC for us to buy from the DXY. So what we can expect is for tomorrow, because as you guys know, Monday is trap day, so you expect whatever that happens on Monday, it would be the trap day, and then you expect the rest of the week to play out opposite to the Monday. So what I would look for then is DXY bearish. Okay, DXY bearish, clear lows, touch IC, and then the rest of the week we want to go up, target highs, target highs, target highs, multiple imbalances as well on higher time frames. Okay, just so, such as so. Okay, so that is what I'm going to be looking for on the DXY. Nothing complicated, but I want to run through all the pairs fast today. So that is what I'm looking for, DXY, down, up, simple as that. GU, so if that is the case for GU, then what I can expect, of course, if I'm looking for sells on, if I'm looking for sells short term, like just on a Monday, then I expect buys. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be looking for GU. No, my bad. If we are looking for down, up on, I think I just confused myself accidentally. Yeah, so on the DXY, if we're looking for down, up, then on GBPUSD, we can look for up, down. Okay, so what I would see for GBPUSD is very simple, by the way. We have touched like some sort of continuation candle here. I think that price will probably push through right here. Either way, on the weekly time frame, look at this candle, a sign of weakness candle. Okay, it played all the way up, but it failed to close with any real bullish momentum. Okay, all it did was just fill in imbalances, to be honest, and then we had probably some sort of IC in this wick on lower time frame. I'm not gonna try and break it down now. We probably had some sort of IC, some sort of reaction from some point of interest right here to the left, and it has given us a candle like this. So what we can expect for the next week is a bearish candle, okay, because this pattern usually see it as a sign of weakness, and when you get this, you can expect a drop in the other direction. So as well as that, we have a large imbalance that I would like to get filled in right here. So I want to see this get filled in. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm keeping it simple, guys. Okay, I'm giving you all the big points of interest. Not really going to focus on entries here, just going to focus on the forecast of where I see the market playing out. And then on the Tuesday, for the Tuesday Zoom, I'll focus on giving you guys entries there instead and breaking down lower time frames, potential possibilities for the rest of the week, etc., etc. Okay, and obviously I'll be giving you guys entries as the week goes along in the Discord and stuff like that. But on the YouTube sessions, I decided I just want to keep it short and simple. Just give my directional bias for pairs. Okay, so directional bias is simply probably a small up move. Okay, so like some sort of up move here, touch this IC, and then down. And we can start taking lows. Okay, multiple liquidity to the downside. We also did break structure, I believe. Where did we break structure? It was on some sort of time frame that we broke structure. Okay, it's a tough one, really. We didn't really break structure, but we're just about to break it. So up until this point, I probably still will not be looking for sells until I break this, okay? Because we do, yes, have a minor trend in here that is creating lower lows, pulling back and creating another lower low. But from this initial, this major trend that we have right here, first of all, we failed to break this high, which is a good sign of us potentially shifting trend to the downside. That's one confirmation. The other confirmation is obviously seeing this smaller trend occur within the constraints of this trading range. Okay, you want it to go down slowly, whether it's on the lower time frame or on the 1 hour. Price was very, very choppy last week, so I do believe a lot of people are kind of getting slapped here and there. But the overall kind of last confirmation, market structure wise, I want to see this low being broken. I want to see this being broken, and not just a little wick, because a wick is simply a liquidity purge. I want to see a full body candle close below this, and then I will retrace. Okay, somewhere some sort of point of interest occur, and then I will just sell. But for now, there's not really much entries I'm looking at. I'm waiting just for price action to do its thing on a Monday. The best thing is probably to avoid Monday trading in general. Okay. GJ, probably the same, not going to go over. EURUSD has done exactly what I wanted it to do before, guys. If you guys remember, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, I called this out. Okay. I called this imbalance to be filled in. Now, okay, let me be truthful. Okay, so we did have this imbalance, and I wanted the price to come from here and buy. Overall, I was right though. The directional bias was obviously up. But unfortunately, it only came in, filled in 50% of the imbalance, okay, to the T, and then pushed up. So it did miss me out here. So that was an imbalance entry. Instead, it didn't come fully down to my institutional candle, which was unfortunate. So you weren't able to catch the buy from there. But obviously, if you did break down to the lower time frame, there was multiple entry opportunities that you could have gone into. Okay, so you would have had this continuation candle. Okay, you would have had this scenario number one set up right here, and you could have potentially gotten in to the market from here. Other than that, on the 1 hour time frame, I don't see much. There was probably no other entries as good as this. Probably if you broke down to the lower time frame, you potentially could have caught others, but let me be real, I'm only going to point out the things that I've seen. So that's all I've seen, these two entries. Other than that, price was just simply consolidating, and it would not have been very, very wise to get into the market in this phase, because remember, once again, if you have a week that is trending crazily, leaving a lot of imbalances, well, that's inefficient price action. It's not healthy. So the next week you can expect is for price to then, obviously price will be exhausted. Price will start like gaining energy again, okay, accumulating all orders again just by consolidating, and then you get another big up move or a big down move. So when it comes to something like this, then if it's a big move up, if the market was really trending 1 week, then the next week probably will not be the best week to get into opportunities. It will be better to skip. If this was week 1 and this is week 2, you skip week 2 and then you look to get in on week 3. Okay, so sometimes you're only going to be trading like 2 weeks out of the whole month, just based off of the simple market phases of what's occurring. I forgot to bring up the YouTube chat, so if you guys have any questions, drop it there. Hey, what's good, Kevin, man? Evening, bro. How you doing? Limitless connection. I had a Zoom yesterday with Lennox, and he told me I had a Zoom with him. Oh, you mean a one-on-one? Oh, okay. He told me that there will be course on his style of trading, line type as flips. OBs. When will that be approximately? Yes. Yeah. So we are coming out. It's not like going to be a whole new course. It's going to be like another new section coming out. Regarding like lower time frame trading and like Wyckoff, etc. Because with the stuff that I focus on a bit more, not very high time frame, but I do stick to like 1 hour, 2 hour kind of trading, like maybe 30-minute. But he goes down to like the 1 minute, taking those extremely high risk to reward trading. So he will be coming out with a section of this soon. I know it's highly anticipated, but he is currently working on it, and I promise it will be out ASAP. But I will keep you guys updated. Also, guys, if you haven't already, please drop a like on the video, would be extremely appreciated. As well as that, make sure to head down to the link below and click on the Discord, join the free group. Yup. Okay, so as I was saying, EURUSD consolidate. I'm waiting for what price is going to do, whether it breaks down or to the upside. We're gonna wait and see. And yeah, the daily time frame not telling me much. Let me be real with you, but we do have this where potentially we push up and then down, and it correlates perfectly with what we are looking at on the DXY. So this is what I will be looking at coming into next week. Okay, I'm joining today. Awesome, man, awesome. Be glad to have you on the team. Euro JPY. Euro JPY, I believe, was a really nice trade. Okay, so Euro JPY was a really nice trade that I did point out in the Discord. I did point out though, like during Asia sessions, so only you guys in the US were actually able to see this one play out. But what we were looking at was, obviously we had this consolidation, but we did manipulate to the upside. We had no manipulation to the downside, and we have liquidity that I want to get cleared here. So for me, I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure we're going to keep continuing to upside, because this could potentially just be a manipulation and then a down. That's what you usually get when it comes to CMT, especially if we fail to break this high. So it's going to be interesting to see. Now, what happened here was we had this last up candle for the down move. So this IC, we reacted off to 50%, but we wouldn't have just gotten straight into a risk entry. What we would have waited for was, obviously up here, what we would have waited for was a lower time frame set up to occur, like a lower time frame point of interest to come, and we had it right here. Okay, so that was nice. The liquidity grab from this high. Okay, we broke structure. Okay, so you can either consider this low, or you can take a look at like this low as well. If you consider this low to, you consider this range to be too wide, you can also consider this. It is a low. Okay, it just might not be as clear, but you go on to 30-minute time frame, you can notice that that is a high, a pullback, so that's a lower, so that's a higher low. I'm always getting confused with higher lows, lower lows, etc. So sometimes you just say higher high, pullback, higher high, pullback, lower low, pullback, because it does get confusing for me sometimes. I don't know why. Obviously, then you got that break right here. So when you do get that break, you have the 1, 2, break, retest, touch of IC, and then down. That's what you're looking for, right? And it's very simple. Okay, so you would have had that IC right there. Beautiful setup. Just like so. I was a sniper entry. In fact, maybe 2 sniper that you potentially might have missed it. Stop loss above the high. And then what area do you target first? You target here first. You probably take 25% partials, 50% partials. Depends on your trading plan. You guys have probably seen my trading plan already. I've sent it in to you guys. But that's what I would do. Okay, I usually would take 25% at 50%. When I reach 75% of the take profit, I would take it out. I would take what is it? I would take another 50%, and then I would just leave 25% to run to TP. Obviously, there's other factors where potentially you might close early. But yeah, I'm not gonna go through that right now. So that would have been a nice take profit right here. Okay, and then after that, you would have wanted to aim for this low, and then I probably would have taken my position out at this area. I would have probably taken profit right here, because I would have wanted to aim for this 4 hour right here. Okay, so usually what I'm targeting is higher time frame point of interest. Okay, so this higher time frame low, because sometimes what could happen is price is just simply just creating a pullback. It's not ready to trend all the way down, so you have to be realistic in where you're actually placing your take profits. Not realistic to place right here if you don't get a break structure on a 4 hour time frame. So the max, and let me be real, maybe not even this low, probably even here, I would target this 4 hour demand. Okay, because potentially price could come down here, react, and then push up, and then I would get hit at break even because I didn't take profit at a smart place. So your take profit is very important. Your exit strategy is extremely important. Okay, so right here would have probably been a good place to get out. Either way, that would have been a nice 12% in the bank. So 12 to 1 RR, and that would have been a nice 91 pips take profit to a 7.4 pip SL. So that was a beautiful trade. So yeah. Let me go for gold, because yeah, I love gold, but it did mess up a good few people last week. But it was simple. Gold was pretty simple, and I actually have a new video coming out in 30 minutes. It's scheduled and it will be released in 30 minutes, so definitely take a look at it. But I'll show you how I caught the gold buy. with the gold buy, it was really nice, because I'm not gonna go too detailed into it, because you guys can literally watch the video in 30 minutes and I kind of break it down to more detail there. But I don't have a bottle of water next to me today. I don't know how I forgot. My bad. So obviously we have this last down candle before the up move, bullish engulfing candle, and then we wick down into this. So that was a scenario number 1 setup. And obviously you need some sort of break of structure, etc. But there's different rules for scenario number 1. I'm not going to go through them here. But look at this wick. We break structure right here. We clear liquidity. And then we get a bullish engulfing candle. We get 5-minute time frame. Get multiple lower time frame entries, as you guys can see right here. Multiple lower time frame entries. And I'm not going to go too much in detail here, because I already did do it in the video. So lower time frame entry. And this is a 20-to-1 R setup right here. Okay. Like, that was easy, 20-to-1. And you would have had your stop loss below the wick. When it comes to small ICs, below the wick. Okay, when it comes to larger ICs, you're going right here. Okay. And then the take profit is all the way up around here. And what I was targeting was the weekly supply. Okay, so the weekly selling institutional candle. And this is where you had that massive move. And by the way, guys, look what we have right here. Consolidation, manipulation trend. Consolidate. The up move first is the fake move. Even though it was massive, you still could have bought right here, okay? But it's the same every single time. So clearly it's not just a coincidence. Clear liquidity first, the fake move up, and then you get the move down. That clears liquidity to the downside. And then what we can expect, of course, is more down movements. I think we broken structure right here. Very clear that we have broken structure. Okay. So if we're taking a look at this, and then this high, and this high. Okay. We broke this. So that's number 1. Number 2. You break it. So now we just retest up. Or we look to sell. And that once again correlates with my DXY. So remember, I'm basing my sells off DXY. Okay. I'm always correlating, thinking if this is a USD pair. Okay, I'm correlating with DXY, whether it's the base, whether it's the quote. I'm still always correlating. It's either going to be positively correlated or negatively correlated. The correlation sometimes won't be as strong, but there will always be a sense of correlation there. Okay, obviously DXY GU will be much more strongly correlated than like another pair, for example. Okay, so 2-hour time frame. This is the institutional candle I was looking at, guys. Now, the only thing that bothers me here is we did not get break structure on the 2-hour. Okay, but you did get the one on the 1 hour. So, look, let's see what price does. Okay, we will definitely see what price does. Price could potentially just come down, close a full body here, which is very simple to do even today. So, we let price do what it is. We're not going to be too rational right here and just jump straight into things. But what we do like to do on a Sunday is just mark out potential point of interest and, yeah, see where price could potentially go. And here is the IC that I was talking about. This is the one that we reacted from. Of course, when it comes to higher time for ICs, sometimes it doesn't come straight to the open. I've mentioned this multiple times. And backtest it yourself. So a lot of time it doesn't come straight to the open. Look at this higher time frame point of interest. It doesn't come straight to the open. So if you are trying to get into these, you're gonna have a hard time sometimes getting triggered, because it actually doesn't always come straight to the open. What I like to do sometimes with it is, here's a thing that I kind of back tested and it seemed to work pretty sweet. So I would take 50% of the wick here and then open, and then 50%, and I would execute off the 50% here. Okay. This is something I've never showed you guys here before. So yeah. Anyone that's joining these live sessions, yes, even though I'm doing them for free, yes, the value might not be as much as the Zooms, but I'm still dropping value there. So do not kind of underestimate it. Okay, so that's that on gold. So is there anything else that you guys would like me to cover? I see the buy on you at the one there with the BOS. So why do you see differently? Why do you see differently? Well, of course, everyone's going to be seeing things differently. You know, I don't believe that we're all going to be saying the exact same thing. Let me be real with you. And it doesn't mean that I'm right or you're, sometimes you could both be right. Sometimes it'll come to my point of interest, buy up, and then just come down to your point of interest and then buy up again. So we both get triggered, we both get profit. So who knows? But the 1.156, so you're looking all the way down here. So you still see this? For me, I simply go to the nearest area of demand for me. So of course, when you're marking out the market, you're going to have multiple areas of demand like this. Okay, let's just say here, here. Okay, you have all these areas marked out. For me, it's simple. I test this demand. If it doesn't work out, I move on to the next one. Obviously, I will have confirmations as I go along. But the simple thing is I'm testing each one. And I don't really care. Because let's say I lose this one. That's minus 1%. I lose this one, that's minus 1%. I lose this one, that's minus 1%. I lose this one, minus 1%. Eventually, though, it will react off a demand, okay? Or I'll be smart enough to eventually see, okay, structure has changed right here. Okay, and I'll get into the cells. But eventually, because I trade high IRR, when I catch like a 10 to 1 off this, okay, and I catch a lower time frame play or whatever it is, I'll make up 4% and I'll be up 6% in profit. So it's all a numbers game. You just got to be smart how you approach it. As well as that, I kind of like to go with structure. So if this demand right here, okay, if this demand for me gets broken, then my 3-hour structure is broken and I'm looking to sell on the 3-hour, I'm just respecting the 3-hour structure. I'm not really mixing with anything else. I'm just respecting 3-hour structure. Even if the daily is still bullish, okay, if the daily has not been broken, my 3-hour is now going to be looking for sells. So for me, make life simple, okay? You don't have to execute straight away. Just wait for confirmation around your demand, and then you get in, okay? Or you can just go risk entries, but mark out your demands and just maybe drop like 25% here, 50% here, 25% here, something like that. Break up your positions, something like that. There's multiple ways. It's all about how you. It's all about like getting into the market in a very, very strategic way. But my preference is simply just waiting for the nearest demand. Once it gets triggered, I look to get into a buy from there. And I protect myself instantly after I go into a little bit of profit. Okay. I'm thinking about joining for the Zoom call, but like to know what is it that you would like that you would teach us in Zoom. Well, when it comes to the Zoom, we have 3 Zooms and we're looking to potentially extend that to 4 a week. And obviously that's not including the YouTube one that we're doing every single Sunday. But with the Zooms, it depends. So obviously there's 3 mentors. It's not just me. There's 3 mentors. So we are teaching order flow in the Zooms, okay, going over order flow setups, etc., order flow footprints. If you don't know what that is, make sure to check out the FU Academy channel. Subscribe to that channel. We're posting order flow videos there every single week. Order flow footprints, very, very powerful tool to be using with your smart money. We also have Lennox teaching like smart money X Wyckoff. Okay, so these two together, getting into the lower time frame plays, and all that good stuff basically. And then obviously there's my sessions, and I'm teaching like simple, basically smart money. So I'm going over different lessons, whatever it is. Every single week is obviously different. So there isn't a clear structure. Like every single week, I'm going to discuss a certain lesson that I would like to give, a certain topic here and there. So there isn't a clear, if you kind of understand what I mean. Like there isn't some specific thing that I'm discussing. There's always a variety, but there is 3 different mentors. So depending on your own style, sometimes you're going to just pick one mentor and stick solely to them and not listen to the others. And that's the point of what we're doing in the academy, okay? Trying to diversify a bit, picking the best mentors to teach you guys all these different concepts. And yeah, obviously you can pick up some from each and every single mentor, and that could work for you too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What would your view on AUB? I don't really trade AUDSD, but it would probably be similar to the to what I was saying on gold, on all the other DXY pairs. Okay, so when it comes to it, it's very, very simple. Obviously, we got break structure here. It's clear we have break structure, minor. Okay, like whatever low you want to consider break structure is clear break structure that we got right here. Okay, we didn't break structure to the upside, so. Yes, we didn't break structure to the upside, and we coming down, and we just about failed to break a lower low. So what I would like to see is probably a pullback, I see, and then down. I want to see more downside. We are like price has just been too nice up until this point. All these people that are holding their buys, I want to see some strong momentum to the downside and just ending up smacking a lot of people. When price action is too easy, when it becomes too predictable, just know that a big move is about to occur. Okay, when it's too easy, a big move is about to occur. A change of hands needs to occur. Okay, contracts need to be sold back into the market so the bigger boys can get into their positions. Okay, so when it comes to here, we're also seeing like a good bit of imbalance. So I do have multiple reasons, okay, multiple point of interest to the downside that I would like to see get filled in. Okay, even if we don't break, eventually keep dropping down, we have liquidity right here, and we also have demand. So even if we don't get a full sell-off, we potentially just get a pullback. Even if we sell off right here, that's still profit to me. You know, it's still a fairly decent move to catch this. That's a nice 80 to 90 pips. Okay, so that's still a decent move. So sometimes you don't always have to catch the big moves. As long as you understand where you are in the major trend, then you look at the minor trend, and then you scope your setup based off of that, in the constraints of that relative to these time frames, then you should be fine. Okay, but obviously that is a bit more advanced, so it comes with time. So if you're a complete beginner, you stick to the simple stuff. Okay, you stick to just, you don't want to trade this right here, you wait for breakout whatever, and you just trade instead this. And if this breaks, no worries. Now you switch your bias and you're starting to look at supply zones to sell from. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Any more questions, guys? Anything else that you guys would like me to cover? Now's your chance. Please drop it into the chat. So as I was saying to the people earlier before you joined, drop into the link, drop into the description, guys. Join the free Discord server down there. As well as that, feel free to please follow our Instagram. We're always posting there. A lot of good new content is going to be released on the FU Academy Instagram. So definitely make sure to give us a follow there. And yeah. Also, if you didn't know already, guys, we also do have the Vantage FX link down below. So if you do join Vantage FX, you deposit $500, then you do get access to our free lifetime package. Every single thing that's listed in the free lifetime package, you can get for free simply by just signing up to Vantage with our link and trading. So that is an option that I don't really ever speak about. I don't really promote, but just know that it's there as well. Can you look at your card? Sure. That would be my last pair for today. Okay, interesting. Do you trade options? I actually don't. Nope. Eurocad, interesting. So of course the main thing to look at here is we have reached a daily IC. Okay. And this is a very good zone to buy from. So I'll probably be looking for buys from here, realistically. Now I would need some more confirmation, at least a breakout structure. We have just been consolidating. It's been pretty horrific price action, let me be honest. So I need a breakout structure. For Eurocad, once we break above here, I can look for buys. This candle here, I guess, is somewhat promising, but we will see. Like we drop down to the 8-hour, 6-hour. Let's see if you have any nicer. Okay, so in fact, this does look really, really nice right here. So if I do get a break, and this is actually a nice setup that I could even look to get into myself. We got that nice liquidity clear. See the double bottom. Okay. You have the double bottom right here. That's money sitting below these lows. You get the break with the wick manipulation, and then you get a bullish engulfing candle. Now what I want to see is a breaker structure right here. I want to see a higher time for breaker structure. The lower time frame one is not of a matter to me because it's a daily time frame point of interest. It would be interesting. It would be more high probability for me to see a higher time frame break of structure. Okay, so I want to break structure, retest, boom. Okay, and I would like to get in then. It would probably be if break structure here clears liquidity and drops down. This would be in a 71 zone. Okay, it would be in a discounted area to buy from. So this will be, even though I don't trade Eurocad, I'll probably keep my eyes out on this. I won't keep it on my watch list, but if you guys see it and you're in the group, do give me a buzz when the price reaches down here. So I'll actually be interested to see how this plays out, because It actually is a pretty nice looking setup. Probably one of the only setups that I see at the moment. But the setups with the other pairs will definitely come. We're waiting for London session to open, and then you probably start seeing the setups come in. Probably avoid Monday, and then we get flowing into the Tuesday. Okay. So that's pretty much it, guys. Appreciate every single one of you for hopping on. Please don't forget to leave a like and also subscribe. The new video is going to be released in 20 minutes. But yeah, with that being said, hopefully everyone has a successful week, and I'll catch you guys on